pande zote mbili, mawakili wake Gavana Sonko sawa na mawakili ambao wanatetea upande wa bunge la kaunti ya Nairobi, wakiwa wamejitetea vikali kuhusiana na madai ama mashtaka ambayo yaliwasilishwa dhidi ya gavana wa Nairobi Mike Sonko. Na kwa sasa, mpenzi mtazamaji, utaniruhusu tuvuke kule moja kwa moja tupokee matangazo haya mbashara.
Lawyers' accounts and garbage collectors. The last date that then gives you the answer that will tell you and demonstrate that this was illegal was the month of September 2020. That is the date that the governor has told you that these funds, they realized these funds were there and these funds were stopped. The question that begs, it tells you that from this particular period of July 2019 to September 2020, it cuts across 2 financial years. What miracle happened that these funds were not transferred at the end of that financial year? These funds are supposed to be surrendered if they have been unutilized. Was that done? It was not done. These funds were to be utilized to pay bursaries. July, let's even assume July, there was no schools were not opened, and they went for vacation in August. You have August, you have September. Schools were on. School fees was payable. You have the month of January 2020. Schools were on. Fees was payable. Why weren't this money utilized? The simple reason is it was not there. It had long gone and long been utilized illegally. An orphan somewhere did not go to school because of this action. So it is not a trivial issue. You will also notice that you've been told that the only reason that these funds were not utilized is because it was the COVID period. Everyone knows and takes judicial notice that COVID-19 was declared at the first instance in Kenya in the month of March 2020. So from July to the month of March 2020, was there COVID before? Could that arise as a defense for the governor? It is actually using a pandemic to justify an illegality and embezzlement. If that does not strike your conscience, nothing else can strike. You've been told straightforward. And to that particular extent, I will delve straight into these submissions, as I will be yielding to my senior just in a few minutes. You've been told that there is a time for everything. The framers of our constitution designed it in a perfect way that gave this particular house the powers to deal with this particular instance. When the will of the people is being subverted, you cannot wait for the social contract to last for 5 years. You've been given the constitutional power to deal with it. Niccolo Machiavelli said, God is not willing to do everything and thus take away our free will. And that share of the glory he will not take away because it belongs to only us and only us. Today that power is bestowed upon this particular Senate. It is you to act. God will not act for us. He has given us the powers in our